Hey, I have a second channel. Cube Compium DDX. Hey everybody, look what the cat dragged in now. So, yesterday I went over to my parents' house, go up in the attic, and get down. I'd say the vast majority of what I had left over in computer stuff, it was just a handful of things, like a few cases and stuff like that, including this one here. So this used to be a part system I had gotten several years ago. I probably have a video up here on the channel of this part system back when I first got it from the Computer Works store. So this case is actually a desktop style chassis. These were common, or at least the classic desktop chassis, like what you would have with like the original IBM compatible PCs from way back in the day. Used this, like, I guess I can say, horizontal style case, not like a tower, that you would have on top of your desk, and on top of it you would have your CRT monitor, or in this case probably an LCD panel, because the timing, the era this particular case is from, mid-2000s roughly. So I think this one was made by Antec. Originally I had a Pentium 4 based system in it. Like I say, if I can find the video, I'll have to link it right up here. But so yeah, I think Antec made this thing, and it's just really bizarre. I mean, look how big the thing is. It can accept up to a full-size motherboard. It has two 5¼ inch bays. It's got two front 3.5 inch bays here, and it's got a hard drive cage I believe would take up to two 3.5 inch drives. The hard drive cage is unfortunately missing from this thing. I mean, this case is pretty beat up. The front bezel is about to break off. So before I decided to get rid of this thing, I figured I would do a video of it. So here's your look at the back of the thing. You know what's funny is how the you don't see a power supply. I mean, you see a mains connection there for your power cord. Power supply is not right there. Right there is actually where the hard drive cage would go. It's got this little fan. It would have a fan here to cool your hard disk drives, which I think was pretty decent. You got a little exhaust fan on the side here. You got a little intake fan over here, or at least a grill, which we'll get to that. So there's where your motherboard would go. You have, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The expansion slots typical of a full-size tower case. So let's go ahead and take this one screw out and have a look inside this thing. So off it comes. See, unfortunately, I'm missing the original internal 3.5 inch drive cage for this thing. I can't remember if that was the way I'd gotten it or what. Case has a manufacturer date of 2004, year 2004. So again, as I mentioned, mid-2000s roughly. Pretty dirty inside. I've long since pulled the motherboard out of it. Don't think I even had a power supply in it. So what's funny is the power supply unit actually gets installed right here. How bizarre. So it's missing. Also seems to be missing a drive cage for these front drives. So unfortunately, when it's missing that many drive cages, I just can't really reuse it for a build. That's just the cold hard truth. It looks like. So what's funny is, yeah, look at this. So let me just grab a power supply here. So you would actually install the power supply Now inside here, something, well, I don't know. It's like, okay, well, how do you get the wires to your components? It's like it doesn't give you enough room for that. I don't know. It's just bizarre. Maybe it had this small, maybe it came with like a small power supply. I don't know. Because, I mean, it's, the cables stick out the back, and then it's like, okay, well, then how do the cables get to the rest of the hardware? But yeah, you would actually stick the power supply there, and you would plug it in to that mains connector there, which is fed off the back here, right there. This thing's just weird. It's just weird. Yeah. So again, power supply would sit right there. And how you bolt that in is really, I mean, it really depends on the power supply that you choose. It's weird. This thing dates back before bottom intake power supplies were common, where you had like a giant fan on the bottom intaking air. It's just, yeah, it's just bizarre. This thing may have had some kind of weird power supply, because I mean, it's got this big hole right here for like wires. It's almost like the power supply it came with was almost like it had a mains connector on one side with the DC outputs on the same side. I don't know. It's just a weird case. But motherboard would go right here, and expansion cards would go here. 3.5-inch drives go here. You name it. It's just a really bizarre case. So what's funny is this socket on the back for your mains voltage is not just a socket. It's also an EMI filter. So if you look at it, you can see it's got the it's got two capacitors there. It's got a coil. So it's probably got two Y capacitors. Y-class ceramics between the hot, the neutral, and ground. And it's got a series coil, and it's got a X capacitor right here between hot and neutral. And of course, then those come out and go through this cord that plug into the power supply. So I guess if for those who would choose a cheap end power supply that would be missing those components, well, I guess you would have some sort of EMI filtering to stop it from messing with your AM radio on the same circuit. Yeah, this is just a weird case. So unfortunately, due to the way it's designed, it's just, like I say, it's missing the 3.5-inch drive bay. It's missing the 3.5-inch drive bay for the front drives. And the power supply. Not sure how that would have been installed. I mean, I would assume the power supply this thing came with had I don't know, maybe it had a bracket or something. It's just there's several unknowns with this thing. To be honest. Yeah, because I'm looking here and I see what appears to be like an indentation for a fan. So yeah, see if there's any identifiers on this thing as to like a model. Maybe I could look it up. Yeah, I'm gonna probably end up scrapping it, because I mean, it's just not really much I can do with it. But it was amongst all the stuff upstairs in my parents' attic, and I figured I would at least do a little revisit of this case before I get rid of it. Yeah, this is a, like I said, I think Antec made this. I can't remember for sure. I don't see Antec on it anywhere, so I don't know for sure. But this is just a really bizarre desktop style format chassis from 2004. Weird thing. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.
Well everybody, that wraps it up for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video,
Also, don't forget to subscribe to Computer Channel and be sure to tick that bell so you'll get notified when new videos are posted. Also, don't forget I have a whole lot of other interesting videos here on the channel to check out. And also, in addition, I have a second channel, CubeComp MTDX, where I have all sorts of other videos not exactly related to technology. Links to the channels are available at the end of this video. Again, I thank you for your support and thanks for watching this video.